Namaste. Yoga Sutra, Book 2, Sutra 11. Okay. Namaste. Setitanam tu bijapabopagatanam Dhyana heya satad purutdayahu. Yeah, the style is tad purut. Dhyana heya satad purutdayahu. Kuleshanam yang purutdayahu sutula satahu Guriyan yogena Guriyan yogeno Tanu kurutahu Guriyan yogena no Tanu kurutahu Satyahu prasamkhyanena. Number 1. Ha. Oh, it skips, so no, never mind. Tyanena hatabyan yabatasu kushimi yabatasu kushimi kuratang yabadagata bijakarpan iti yatan pagatranam no pasatranam Sutulo malah pulvam niltu yate pasecang tusu kushimo yate nenopan yana. Number 2. Vapaniyate japaniyate tatang Sivalepa pratipakushoh sutula purutdayahu kleshanam sukushima sutu mahapratipakusho iti. I want to read the whole thing again. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm gonna read the whole thing again. Satitanam tu bijapabopagatanam Dhyana heya satad purutdayahu. Dhyana heya satrad Dhyana heya satad purutdayahu Kleshanam yang purutdayahu sutula satahu Guriyan yogena no Guriyan yogeno Tanu kurutahu Satyahu prasamkhyanena. I think it just skips a word, right? Yeah. Tiens hata bien ya bat su kushimi kuratan ya bad dag ta ya bad dag tabi jakarpan iti yatan pasatranum sutulo malah poevam iltu yate pasechat su kushimo yat nenopan yana. I think ba ba anything else. Ba paniyate japaniyate tatan sebale paprati pakosho sutulan Purututayah Kleshanam Sukushima Satu Mahapratipakusho Iti. Namaste. But are permanent hindrances consigned to the condition of seeds. The fluctuations of these should be escaped by means of contemplation. Those fluctuations of the hindrances which are coarse, after having been attenuated by the yoga of action, should be escaped by the elevated contemplation until subtilized, made like burnt seeds. And just as a spot of coarse matter upon pieces of cloth is first shaken off, and afterwards the spot of fine matter is removed with an effort and by some means, so coarse fluctuations are those whose opposition to hindrances is very slight, but the subtle fluctuations are those whose opposition is very great. Veda next. Okay, Veda, Book 3, Hymn 31. It's really long, especially for Veda. Namaste. Yeah, every time I recite Sanskrit, my body just rejects impurity. I have to be aware of this. I'm getting rid of poison by reading Sanskrit, and my body, it reflects in my body. Okay. I'm going to take a little break. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now I'm just gonna have fun with it from now on. I mean, I started doing it for my healing sake. I'm not doing this because I'm studious. I just happen to be able to recite Sanskrit, which is like 25,000, let's say 50,000 people in the whole world. Not Hindi, Sanskrit. They're different. They don't enunciate properly in Hindi. And in this life, I don't think I'll ever learn Hindi. And even if I learn it, it will not be my primary language other than Sanskrit. My primary language will be English, and maybe like another European language. Since I do know Korean, it will be very easy for me to learn Japanese. And since I do know English, it will be easy for me to learn Spanish, and possibly because I know I could recite Sanskrit, it'll help me learn French. Anyway. Namaste. Şansada bahanil tu hitul napatiam. Gade bidevama rotasyan di titim sapariyan. Bitang, I want to say it. Şansada bahanil tu hitul napatiam. Gade bidevama rotasyan di titim sapariyan. Bitang yatra duhituha कैसा मरण जा는 삶 샤그미에나 마나상 다타는 뵙나 자마에 따는 보 르크타마라이크 짝가라 갈밤 사니tul 니타나무 야디 마따로 자나야는 땅 바흐니 마니아흐 갈땅알 소크르 또라니아 라는 타느 아그닐 자지님 주흐방을 레자마노 마하스푸트라무 아루샤시야 프라야쿠슈에 마하는 갈포 마히양을 자타메쇼 마히 브라브르드 타리아시바시암 야지냐이흐 아피 자이뜨리라 사짜는다 자이뜨리라 사짜는다 스푸르타남 마히 쥐오티스타마소 니라자나는 담 자나티흐 브라티우다야는 누쇼사흐 바틀가바마 파바데까 이는드라흐 빌로우 사티라피 티랑 아뜨르는 다는 브라자 히는 바는 마나상 사브땅 비프랑흐 비셰바마 비는다는 파티앙 무르타시앙 비셰바마 비는다는 파티앙 무르타시앙 브라자 나는 니뜨땅 나마상 비베샹 비다디아디 사라마 로그 로그나 마드렐 마히 로그나 마드렐 마히 로그나 마드렐 마히 방타흐 볼비암 사트리아카흐 사트리아크카흐 아그람 아야트 수파디아크 셔랑너 마츠창 라밤 프라타만 자나티 가트 아가츠 차두 비프라타마흐 사키야는 나수다야트 수크르테 갈파마드리흐 사상나 마리오 유바 필마카시아는 나타 파바당은기라흐 유바 필마카시아는 나타 파바드당은기라흐 유바 필마카시아는 나타 파바당은기라흐 사디오 알자는 사타흐 프라티마남 프로풀 비슈방알 베당 자니망알 하는띠 슈쇼나무 브라노 디방흐 바다빌가비올알자는 사캉알 바다빌가비올알자는 브라노 디방흐 바다빌가비올알자는 사캉알 바다빌가비올알 랄 I can't say 랄 That's sad. 바다빌가비올알자는 사캉알 바다빌 브라노 디방흐 바다빌가비올알자는 사캉알 사키무라 문자는 니라바디양트 사키무라 문자니라 사키무라 문자는 니라바디양트 사키무라 문자는 니라바디양트 니가비아땅에 마나상에 세두랄까이흐 끄르는 방아나소 아무르타트 방아야 가뚜무 이담 지는누 사다남 푸리에쇼음 예능 망삼 아시쇼 나는 느르테나 사문파시아마나 아마다는 나피 스밤바야흐 브라트나시야 레타소 두카나흐 비로다시 아타스박트 코쇼 에쇼음 장테 뉴슈터마다 툴고슈 비라는 상 장테 필브르트라한 세두 하비아이루두스리양 아스러자드는 드로 알까이흐 우루지아스마이 크르타바드 파라는 띠 마투 스바드마 두두해 제니야 가우흐 비트렘 지츠자쿠르흐 사다남 사마스마이 마히 드비슈이 마트수크르토 비히키아느 비시카프라는 따흐 비시카프나는 따흐 스감은 파네낭에 자니들이 시낭에 울트밤 라파삼비 미는바는 마히 야디 두쇼누어 시시나테 타뜨사디오버르탐 비프밤 로다시오 허 기롱 야스미는 나나바디양 허 사미 질 베셔방 이는드라양 다비슈이라누뜨땅 허 다비슈이라누뜨땅 허 마히양 때 사키암 바셰미 샤크티랑 보로트라크네 니유똥 야는띠 볼비허 마히 스토트라마방 아가는마 수레라스마 감수 마카바는 보티 고빵허 마히 구슈에트람 뿌루 시짜는드람 비비드당 비비드방나디드 사키피아 시짜라탐 사마이라트 마히 구슈에트람 I'm saying it again. 마히 구슈에트람 뿌루 시짜는드람 비비드방나디드 사키피아 시짜라탐 사마이라트 이는드로 느르피라자나드 디디아나흐 느르피라자나드 디디아나흐 상감 수리아 모셔삼 가투마그니무 아빠세치데쇼 비푸보 다무나흐 브랑 사트리지라스르자드 비시바자실자는드랑흐 사트리지라스르자드 비시바스자는드랑흐 사트리지라스르자드 비시바시자는드랑흐 마트바흐 부능나흐 까비피흐 바비트라엘 디우필 히는 바는 띠아끄뚜 필타는 타누트리흐 마비트라엘 디우필 하는 바는 띠아끄뚜 필타는 누트리흐 바비트라엘 디우필 히는 바는 띠아끄뚜 필타누트리흐 아누 그러셔노에 바수티티 지항테 우페 수리아시아 맘하나 야자트레 바티 야트테 마히마남 프로자티아이 사카야 이는드라 까미야 머지비야흐 바틸파바 프로트라 하는 수 느르타남 기람 비시바 율보르샤포 바요타흐 아노가히 사키에 피흐 시베 필마하는 마히 피루 띠피흐 사라노여느 다망은기나스바는 나마상에 sorry. 다망은기라스바는 나마상에 사파리아는 나비암 그르노미 사니아세 보랑자무 드루호 비양히 바훌랑 아데비허 스바시짱 노 마카바는 사따예 타흐 미하흐 바바강흐 브라따땅에 아푸바는 스바스티 나흐 삐뿌르하 삐뿌르히 바라마삼 이는드라 뜨밤 라티라흐 빠히 노 리슈오 마쿠슈 그르노히 고지토 나흐 아데디슈투어 브로트라하 고파틸강에 아는타흐 그로셔너무 아루쇼일타마 필강아트 브라 수느르땅에 디샤마나 롯데나 두라시짱 비시방에 아부르 노다파 스바흐 슈남 후베마 마카바 나미는 드라마스미는 파레 느르따맘 바자사따오 쉐르는 바는다 무그라무 따에 사마트수 근나는 땀 부러뜨라누이 삼지땀 타나남. Man, I want to say the whole thing again. I'm doing this for my healing, so whatever reaction I'm having is part of my healing. It sucks. So I've decided now permanently that even if that I heal, I'm gonna do these things regularly. I'll still have this. I wasn't sure, if I ever heal. Let's just assume a miracle happened. I got my teeth back. I got a new face. I healed. Would I still be doing what I'm doing? That was the question in mind, in my most ecstatic state. And the answer now is yes. I'm gonna keep doing it because there's nothing else to do on Earth. On the Earth, sorry. The Earth. Did you remember when you were on Mars? The Mars. I mean... No, that was too quick. That sucks. Okay, I'm taking a break. No, I'm not taking a break. Namaste, I have to read it. Wise teaching, following the thought of order. The sonless gained a grandson from his daughter. Vain as a sire to see his child prolific, he sped to meet her with an eager spirit. The son left not his portion to the brother, he made a home to hold him who should gain it. What time his parents gave the priest his being, of the good pair one acted, one promoted. Agni was born trembling with tongue that flickered, so that the red's great children should be honored. Great is their germ, the bone of them is mighty. Great the base lord's approach through sacrifices. Conquering bands upon the warrior waited. They recognized great light from out the darkness. The conscious dawns went forth to meet his coming, and the sole master of the kind was Inindra. The sages freed them from their firm-built prison. The 7 priests drave them forward with their spirit. All holy orders' pathway they discovered. He, full of knowledge, shared these deeds through worship. When Sarama had found the mountain's fissure, that vast and ancient place she plundered thoroughly. In the flood's van she led them forth, light-footed. She who well knew came first unto their longing. Longing for friendship came the noblest singer. The hill poured forth its treasure for the pious. The hero with young followers fought and conquered, and straightway Angiras was singing praises. Peer of each noble thing he, all excelling all creatures doth he know, he slayeth Shushuna. Our leader, famed for war, singing from heaven, as friend he saved his lovers from dishonor. They sate them down with spirit, famed for booty, making with hymns a way to life eternal. And this is still their place of frequent session, And this is still their place of frequent session, whereby they sought to gain the months through order. Drawing the milk of ancient seed prolific, they joyed as they beheld their own possession. Their shout of triumph heated earth and heaven. When the kind showed, they bade the heroes rouse them. Inindra drave forth the kind that Bharatara slayer, while hymns of praise rose up and gifts were offered. For him the cow, noble and far extending, poured pleasant juices, bringing oil and sweetness. They made a mansion for their father, deftly provided him with a great and glorious dwelling. With firm support parted and stayed the parents, and sitting fixed him there erected mighty. What time the ample chalice had impelled him, swift waxing, fast to pierce the earth and heaven. Him in whom blameless songs are all united, all powers invincible belong to Inindra. I crave thy powers, I crave thy mighty friendship. Full many a team goes to the Vrutara's lair. Great is the Lord, we seek the prince's favor. Be thou, O Makhavan, our guard and keeper. He, having found great, splendid, rich dominion, sent life and motion to his friends and lovers. Inindra, who shone together with the heroes, begat the song, the fire and sun and morning. Fast the house friend, he set the waters flowing, all lucid, widely spread, that move together. By the wise cleansings of the meath made holy, through days and nights they speed the swift streams onward. To thee proceed the dark, the treasure holders, both of them sanctified by Surya's bounty. The while thy lovely storming friends, O Inindra, fail to attain the measure of thy greatness. Be Lord of joyous songs, O Vrutara slayer, bull dear to all, who gives the power of living. Come unto us with thine auspicious friendship, hastening, mighty one, with mighty succors. Like Angiras, I honor him with worship, and renovate old song for him the ancient. Chase out the many godless evil creatures, and give us Makhavan, heaven's light to help us. Far forth are spread the purifying waters. Convey thou us across them unto safety. Save us our charioteer from harm, O Inindra, soon, very soon, make us win spoil of cattle. His kind their Lord had shown, even Vrutara's slayer. Through the black hosts he passed with red attendants. Teaching us pleasant things by holy order, to us hath he thrown open all his portals. Call we on Makhavan, auspicious Inindra, best hero in this fight where spoil is gathered. The strong who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrutaras, wins and gathers riches. Okay, got distracted a little. I'm fighting the distraction now in King Yahusha's name. Amen. Okay. Upanishad next. And then ran out of nicotine. It's a bummer. I didn't forget. I have to make a meme for nicotine because its benefits are underrated. It's people badmouth it after they use it, but they use it. All right, 1 second. Book 4, Kananda 5. Okay, it's 3 shlokas. Namaste. Atang Haina Boroshopo Pyubangada Satyakama. They're using numbers. That's not, this is illegal. I'll read what it says. Satyakamatru iti Bhagavan iti ha Pratishushravan Prapatah Somya Sasrasmah Prapayana Acharya Kulam Brahmanoshyam te padam Prabhanuiti Prabhitu me Bhagavaniti Tasmai Uvacham Prachi Tikakalan Pratichi Tikakalan Takoshwino Tikakalodichi Tikakalaisha Vai Somya Chatushakalah Pando Brahmanoh Prakashabananama Sanyam etamevam Vidvashchatushakalam Padam Brahmanoh Prakashabanitiupasate Prakashabanasamima Muloke Prakashabanasamima Loke Luloke Prakashabanasamima Luloke Pavati Prakashabato ha Lokan Jayati ya Etamevam Vidvam Shechatushakalam Padam Brahmanoh Prakashabanitiupasate. Yeah, sorry, this messed me up like 3 times. Namaste. Why did you do that, human? Do you think the ancients would have used that? In their writing system? There was a writing system even back 1.5 million years ago in Ramayana. That's my proof. They wouldn't use different colors, I don't think. Alright. Iti Panchamaha Kanundaha. Every time I encounter these, I get upset. So I'm sorry. It's just if once I recognize that I'm always getting upset, I'll stop getting upset. It's just, eyesore. It's just an eyesore. Namaste. Then the book spoke to him, saying, Satyakama. Sir, he replied, we have reached 1,000, my dear. Bring us to the teacher's house, and let me tell you a quarter of Brahma. Tell me, sir. To him it then said, 1/16 is the east, 1/16 is the west, 1/16 is the south, 1/16 is the north. This, verily, my dear, is the quarter of Brahma, consisting of 4/16, named the Shining. The Shining. He who the Shining. He who, knowing it thus, reverences a quarter of Brahma, consisting of 4/16 as the shining. I can't take it seriously. Becomes a shining in this world. Then he wins shining worlds, who, knowing it, thus reverences a quarter of Brahma, consisting of 4/16 as the shining. Sorry. I'm just getting triggered laughter, triggering laughter. Just the title, the the words, the shining, the shining. I'll read 3 again. Sorry. He who, knowing it, thus reverences a quarter of Brahma, consisting of 4/16 as the shining, becomes shining in this world. Then he wins shining worlds, who, knowing it thus, reverences a quarter of Brahma, consisting of 4/16 as the shining. Wuhaha. Sorry. Okay. Next, what is it? Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you. Still taking a break. I just realized something. You know, when skateboards first came out, they were like, even when cars first came, everything when the prototypes first came out, they look like things from hell. I mean, sorry. The well, I was mentioning it. I'm sorry, just take it as a joke, please. Because all the Sanskrit texts that I'm studying, they're so primitive that, like, if somebody puts money into Sanskrit and makes it more legible, that's you know that'll be the normal stage. But I'm at the frontier stage of Sanskrit era, whatever you call it. So all the tools that I'm given is like, they're not legible. They're illegible. Not all of them, but a lot of them are illegible. That's kind of like when the cars first came out. They didn't go at like 100 miles per hour. The same thing with skateboards. They you couldn't do anything with it except to ride on it, I guess. Oh, there's a little bit. Thank you, God. Just one puff, please. Just one. No. God tease me. That sucks. I mean, okay. Srimad Bhagavatam next. Thank you. Okay. Book 4, Chapter 5. Oh, the QR code doesn't work, by the way. It's just nice to put it there. It's too empty. Sorry. It's old. It'll lead you to... You could go to my Spotify profile, I think. From there. It has like public playlists. It's music that I listen to when I do these stuff and other things, etc. Okay. How long is this? Should I check it? Now I could check it because I'm not superstitious. When you have knowledge, there's no longer a desire for superstitions. That's one advantage, one power, one type of power that knowledge has. You're no longer superstitious. Okay. I mean, you still give proper respect afterwards, but there's no need for, the traditions that should have gone extinct. Anyway. Namaste. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Panchamotyaya Maitreya Upanishad. Okay. Pavan. Sorry, I got too excited. Pavanya Nitanam Prajapatera Satakrataya Avagamya Naradat Svapanshadasainiam Cha Tadatvarai Pubil Vidravitam Tadatvarai Pubil Vidravitam Tadatvarai Pubil Vidravitam Grotama Paramadate Gurudataha Sudashirtaushataputaha Sa Tuljatuljatam Taduidavahani Satuogra Rochi Shama Taduidavahani Sato Taduidavahani Satuogra Rochi Shama Taduidavahani Satuogra Rochi Shama Taduidavahani Satuogra Rochi Shama Uttakratiam Rudraha Sahasotatito Hasana Gamanpiranado Bisasaljang Tam Puvi Tatotikan Yasatanuna Tatotikan Yasutuna Tutanuvan Tatotikan Yasatanuvan Saporoshana Divam Sasraba Hultanak Ruk Sasraba Hulkanaruk Trisuriya Druk Karala Damshuturo Jivala Dagni Mul Tachaha Jivala Dagni Mul Tajaha Kapalamali Bibitodiatan Yutaha Tam Kim Karomiti Gurunanantamaha Padtanjalim Bhagavan Bhutanatah Takusham Sayajinyam Jahi Madhupatronam Dvamagranui Rudra Patam Shakome Ajinyapatang Evam Kupitanam Maniunam Sang Deva Deva Parichakrame Vipum Mene Tatanatmana Masanga Ramhasan Mene Tatanatmana Masanga Ramhasan Mahiyasan Tata Sahah Sahishunuma Anambiyamanaha Santu Rudra Panshadai Purushanana Dad Pilbiana Dat Supairabam Panshadai Purushanana Dad Pilbiana Dat Supairabam Panshadai Purushanana Dad Pilbiana Panshadai Purushanana Dad Pilbiana Dat Surpairabam Panshadai Purushanana Dad Pilbiana Dat Surpairabam. I could feel what is preventing me from saying it, and it makes me rage. Panshadai Purushanana Dad Pilbiana Dat Supairabam Udiyamya Shulam Jagadanantakam San Pradrabad Koshana Pushana Kriha Atal트 비좀 야자마나흐 사다시양흐 아탈트 비조야 아쿠드 퓨 디지앙 브라사미 구슈여 레누마 다마흐 기메타트 쿠땅 에타드라조 푸디티 드비장 드비자파트니아시장 다티우허 빵땅 나 파는티 나히 사는티 다시아바흐 프랑치나발힐 지바티 프랑치나발힐 지바티 호그라다는도허 강보나 Kalianantang idam kuto rajo loko tunang kim pralayaya karepate prasuti mishrang satriyang udbigna citang ujulbipang ko purojinasyang ibang nasyang Yat pasyananti nam tuhitaranom prajashah sutangam sati mabadatyabhanagam yasat banantakang le pyupatajato kalapah Svashu lasu jialpi tang digu ga janandraha Svashu lasu jialpi tang digu ga janandraha 스바슈 라수 지알피타 디그 가자는드라흐 비타티엄 느르티아티우디땅 스트라 돌트바자 누쯔자 뜨떠하 사스타니 나이뜨누 피는나디크 비타티엄 브로티아티우디땅 스트라 돌트바자 누쯔자 뜨떠하 사스타나 이뜨누 피는나디크. I have to say, okay, I have to start from here again. 야스트 바는다깡렘 야스트 바는다깡렘 비우부터 자또 갈라바흐 스바슈라수 지알피타디그가 제는드라흐 스바슈라수 지알피타디그가 제는드라흐 스바슈라수 지알피타디그가 제는드라흐 스바슈라수 지알피타디그가 제는드라흐 sorry 비타티앙 느르티아티우디땅 스트라돌트바장 누쯔장 뜨떠하 사스타나 이뜨노 비는나드 디크 느르티아티우디땅 스트라돌트바장 누쯔장 뜨떠하 사스타나 이뜨노 비는나디크 비타티암 느르티아티우디땅 스트라돌트바장 누쯔장 뜨떠하 사스타나 이뜨노 피는나디크 비타티암 느르티아티우디땅 스트라돌트바장 누쯔장 뜨떠하 사스타나 이뜨노 피는나디크. 아마셔이트방 다마사히아이테자삼 마니우플루탐 돌비셔함 푸르쿠뚜여 까라라담셔트러 피루다스타파가남 시아뜨스바스티김 꼬빠야또 비타투흐 바흐베바 무드 비그나드르 쇼치야마네 바흐베바 무드 비그나드르 쇼치야마네 바흐베바 무드 바그남 바흐베바 무드 비그나드르 쇼치야마네 자네나 타쿠샤시야 무흘마하 뜨마나흐 우트페투루트파 따따파마흐 우트페투루트파 따따마흐 사스라쇼 파야바하 디비 푸마오짜 파리야크 따바트사 루드라 누짜라엘마코 따바트사 루드라 누짜에 루드라 누짜라의 마코 마하는 나나 유타이바 마나까이 루다 유타이흐 나나 유타이바 마나까이 루다 유타이흐 루다 유타 빙은가이흐 비샹은가이 마카로다라 나나이흐 바리야드라바드 필비두라는 바루티아땅 깨치드바 판주흐 브라그밤샴 바트니샤람 따타바레 사다 아그니 트라이차람 사다 아그니 트라샤람 자 다드비하람 마하나사마 루루주리야 지냐파트라누이 다타이케그니 나나샤야느 샤야느 고는두에 쉐바무트라야느 깨치드비피 둘베디 메칼라흐 깨치드비피 둘베디 메칼라흐 깨치드비피 둘베디 메칼라흐 깨치드비피 둘베디 메칼라흐. Come on. Man, now I know what's preventing me. It's actually a progress. In like counteractive progress, counterintuitive progress. Okay, starting from here. 꾸는도에 시바무트라야는 깨치드비피둘 깨치드비피둘베디 메칼라흐 깨치드비피둘베디 메칼라흐 아바타는 땅 무니나니에 에케 바트니라 딸자야느 아빠레 자그르 홀대방아느 브라티양 사는나느 발라이땅아느 포르곰 바바는타 마노이마느 비라파드라흐 브라자파티므 자는두에샤흐 보셔남 대밤 파감 나는 디시 바로그라히트 Come on. 살방 에발트비좀 들으셨드방에 사다시양흐 사디바오카사흐 다이랄디아마나흐 수프르샴 그라바필나이카 타드라바느 주후바타흐 수루바하스타시암 쉐마슈로누이 파가바느 파바흐 프로골룰룬제 사다시 요하산사츠 츠마슈루 달샤야느 파가시얌 네트레 파가바느 바티타시야 루슈어 푸비 우주자하라 사다흐스토쿠슈누어 야흐 샤빠는 따마수 수짜느 샤뜨 샤빠는 따마수 수짜뜨 보시너실정 방따야드 다는 따느 까링은 가시양 여탕아 발라흐 샤피아마네 가리마누이 요하사들 달샤야느 따따흐 그라미오시 다쿠샤시양 시타타레너 헤티나 치는다는 나비 나두드 탈둠 나 샤크녹 뜨리야문 바카스따당에 나 샤크노트 뜨리야문 바카스따당에 뜨리 샤트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬 샤스트라이라스트라 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬 샤스트라이라스트라는 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬. Yeah, I think lack of nicotine is showing. So yeah, nicotine is needed. I find that out the hardest way. Listen to other people. They keep saying, ew, ew, ew. And these are not good-looking people, by the way. Anyway. 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬. There are only two types of humans. They're either dystopian or utopian. Even the ones that, urges you to quit cigarettes. If he or she is dystopian, meaning, they have nothing to look up to in this life, they might as well be a sad communist, capitalistic society, if you will. That's just the truth. Yeah, anybody who goes ew, ew, ew at tobacco or nicotine, careful, because the god of tobacco doesn't like that very much. Anyway, humans never listen to me, even when I recite Sanskrit. Animals listen when I recite Sanskrit. What does that tell you? 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바마니 피는 나트바짬 나는 나트바짬 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바마니 만일 피는 나트바짬 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬. Because yeah, nicotine helps you focus. So I could focus on each character. Without nicotine, it's impossible. That's the lesson I learned today. Because I listen to other people operating the mode of fear. So fear is a key component of a dystopian human being. Stay far away from dystopian human beings. Some of them will tell you to quit cigarettes. Why are they dystopian? They have nothing to live for. They hate everything. That's why they tell you to quit cigarettes. Not because, they're utopian human beings. They don't have hope. They just want to shut you down. It's savage. That's just me. Namaste. 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬 하라흐 샤스트라이라스트라는 비타이레바만일 피는 나트바짬 하라흐 비스마얌 파라마 파는노 나티아오 Pashupatishitiramu Durashatavang Samjinyapanam Yogam Pashunam Sa Patilmakhe Yajamana Pashoha Kasyan Kaya Tetena Harachachiraha Kaya Tetena Harachachiraha Sa Tuban Dasatadang Deshwam Kaima Tatasyan Pashyatam Puta Puratapishan Jana Manieshwam Tadaviparyayaha Juha Vaitacha Chirasa Tasamina Juha Vaitacha Chirasa Tasamina Takushuina Guran Takushuina Gana Abaimal Shuitaha Ba Mal Shui Takushuina Gana Abamal Shuitaha Tadavayajanam Dagatavan Pratishitad Guhyaka Layama Pratishitad Guhyaka Layama Iti Srimad Bhagavate Mahapuranoe Paramahamsiyam Samhitayam Jatultasakanante Dakushayajina Bitavamso Nama Panchamotiyayaha Namaste. Okay. Okay. Discourse 5. I don't want to get angry. The more you live, the more you'll realize how stupid humans are. All they had was they got you by whatever fear you were dealing with. Such humans used to not exist that many anymore. They used to be known as demons. Now they're humans. Anyway. Discourse 5. Maitreya continued. Lord Shiva's fury knew no bounds when he learned from Narada that Sati had burnt herself to death on being slighted by Dakusha, and that the host of his own attendants had been driven away by the Rapus, who had appeared from Dakusha's sacrifice. Sharply biting his lips in rage, Lord Shiva pulled up one of those clouded locks, which shone brightly like a flash of lightning or as a flame of fire, and springing on his feet all at once, laughed with a deep roar and dashed the lock against the ground. Rock. They spelled it wrong? Locks. Okay, locks. Lock against the ground. From that lock sprang a colossal being whose figure touched the skies, who was possessed of 1,000 arms, and, dark like a cloud, had 3 eyes bright as the sun, fierce teeth and matted hair shining like flaming fire, wore a garland of skulls, and was armed with various uplifted weapons. When he prayed with joined palms, what to do? Lord Shiva said, You being my part manifestations, O valiant Rudra, lead my warriors and dispose of Dakusha and his sacrifice. Enjoined thus by the wrathful Rudra, he went round, the all-pervading Lord, the adored of the gods. At that time he thought himself, by virtue of his irresistible force, as capable of braving the might of the most powerful, O dear Vidura. He thundered most terribly, and lifting his trident, which was capable of destroying even death, ran, followed by the attendants of Shri Rudra, who were roaring violently, the anklets about his ankles making a jingling sound. Seeing dust in the northern quarter, the priests officiating at the sacrifice, the sacrificer, those assembled there, and all the Brahmanas and their wives thought on the other side, what can this darkness be? Whence has this dust come? Winds are not blowing, and there are certainly no robbers. For Prachinabalhi, who rules with an iron rod, is alive. Nor is it the time for cows being hurriedly taken back. Whence is this dust? Is the world preparing for its doom now? Troubled in mind, Prasuti and the other ladies observed, this is nothing but the consequence of the wrong perpetrated by Dakusha, who, before the very eyes of his daughters, slighted his innocent daughter Sati, who dances at the time of destruction, throwing about the tuft of his matted hair, and extending his banner like arms equipped with uplifted weapons, when the lords of elephants presiding over the quarters are pierced by the prongs of his trident, and the quarters rent with his thunder-like peals of laughter. Nay, possessed of a dazzling splendor and filled with anger, he assumes an unbearable aspect by his knit brows, and the whole group of constellations is scattered by his frightful teeth. Having angered him, can anyone fare well, even if the individual provoking him is the Creator himself? I'm getting rid of something from my injury while I'm reading it, so sorry if I sound funny, but my objective is to heal, not to be a scholar. While the people were saying many such things with perturbation in their eyes, there appeared on all sides in the heavens as well as on earth again and again thousands of ill omens of the worst type, causing fear even to the strong-minded Dakusha. By this time, O Vidura, the followers of Rudra, who were armed with various uplifted weapons and were dwarfish in stature, some red-brown and other tawny of hue, and had bellies and faces resembling those of an alligator, ran up in all directions and surrounded that spacious sacrificial ground. Some broke the beam resting on the eastern and western pillars, while others destroyed the apartment reserved for the wives of the sacrificer and the priests, as well as the assembly hall, the cottage, where clarified butter and other substances poured into the sacrificial fire are stored, the hut occupied by the sacrificer himself, and the kitchen. Some smashed the sacrificial vessels and extinguished the sacred fires, while others urinated in the sacrificial. I can't. Namaste te. I need nicotine. So I've learned the hardest fucking way not to listen to human beings. They're not intelligent. In generally speaking. Some smashed the sacrificial vessels and extinguished the sacred fires, while others urinated in the sacrificial pits and snapped the cotton threads marking the boundaries of the sacrificial days. Some molested the hermits, while others threatened the wives, and still others seized the divinities who were sitting close to them, even though they tried to run away. Manuiman bound the sage Progu, Virapadra Takusha himself, Jananduisha the god Bushu, and Nandishvara seized Paga. Seeing this and being most severely pelted with stones by these, all the priests officiating at the sacrifice, as well as those assembled there, including the heavenly beings, ran in various directions. The worshipful Virapadra pulled up the mustaches, and Vira Prabhu, who was pouring oblations into the sacrificial fire, holding the sacrificial ladle in his hand, and who had laughed in open assembly, displaying his mustaches. Lord Virapadra angrily knocked down Paga to the ground and plucked his eyes, inasmuch as he had in the assembly countenanced Dakusha in his calumniation of Lord Shiva by blinking. Even as Lord Balarama knocked down the teeth of the king of the Kalingangas, so Virapadra dashed off the teeth of Bushu, who had laughed, showing his teeth while Shiva was being vilified. Setting his foot on Dakusha's breast, the three-eyed Virapadra proceeded to cut off his head with a sharp-edged weapon, but failed to sever it then. Virapadra was no other than Lord Shiva, was filled with great wonder when he found that no weapon or missile could even cut Dakusha's skin that way, and pondered for a long time. Observing the way in which animals were being slaughtered for sacrifice, Virapadra severed the head of Dakusha from his body in the same way, treating the sacrificer as an animal to be sacrificed. There arose a shout of applause from the ghosts, spirits, and fiends, who extolled that achievement of Virapadra, while others raised an outcry against the same. They spelled it wrong. While others raised an outcry against the same. Full of anger, Virapadra threw Dakusha's head as an offering into the sacrificial fire, called Dakushrinogani, and setting fire to the sacrificial edifice, left for Mount Gailasa. Thus ends the fifth discourse entitled The Destruction of Dakusha's Sacrifice, in Book 4 of the Great and Glorious Bhagavata Purana, otherwise known as the Paramamsa Samhita. Okay. Well, I guess that's why I was being prevented from doing all this, because this particular chapter gets rid of a demon. You know what that means is if you have any neurology problems, this will either make it go away forever, or at least make it better. Problems with the nerves. Okay, Kalki Purana next. I wish I had nicotine. See, without nicotine, I even become a laughing stock, because I'm not myself. I'm in my pain stage. I can't focus. Anyway, okay, taking a break. Okay. Yeah, most likely I'm gonna get tobacco right after this. Nicotine vape. I need something that's last me one day. I don't even 1 day. Yeah, that's a lot of money wasted. Could have saved money. If I had money. What's your name? Money. What's your last name? Money. Sir, can I have $1? Money. Feeling the lack of money is a disease. I hate it. You can't do anything without money in this world. Criminals also think like that. You can't do anything without money in this world. Namaste. Chapter 16. Kalki Purana, Book 3. Sutra Upanishad Ettadvaha Katitam Vipraha Shashitvaja Vimokushanam Kalkeha Katama Pratimam Sharanan Banantu Vibudalshopaha Vibutalshopaha Bedo Talmaha Gurutayugam Devan Loka Shichara Charaha Horoshatwaha Boshatwaha Susanantushutwaha Karekao Rajani Japavana Nana Deva Dilingashu Pushanail Pushuideshu Pushanal Pushuideshu Jang Inendraja Likabadu Purutika를 Pakang Pujakang Janang Na Sananti Maya Mohadu Na Sananti Maya Mohatuyo Pashananduo Satuvanchakang Dilakang Citta Salvangang Karekau Rajani Kutra Chit Shamampale Pasatastasyan Padmayang Ramayang Saha Praha Vishnu Yashah Putram Devan Yashirtvam Jagadtitan Tatcha Churutvam Praha Pitaram Kalkiha Paramahalshuitaha Vinaya Banato Putvam Talmakamal Tasidtaye Rajasu Yalba Japeyaira Shiva Metal Mahamakaiha Rajasu Yalba Japeyaira Shiva Metal Mahamakaiha Rajasu Yalba Japeyaira Shiva Metal Why? Rajasu Yalba Japeyaira Shiva Metal Mahamakaiha. I could feel the blockage. Makes me rage. Yagaiha Kalmatanan Trairi Jem Yajine Shivaram Harima Gruparamabashitho Dialva Sataimi Taomiakra Tapro Noiha Meow 50. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna, since I don't have my I'm gonna go all out. And I'm gonna stop talking. And I'm gonna stop saying I'm gonna. and just do it, damn it. I think I'm finding the advantage of not substituting nicotine for cannabis. Every time I desire nicotine, I'm using this now. And one advantage with that is I'm gonna be in the la la land in my mind soon. So I don't really care. I'll just do this. This is fun. Nothing else in the world is fun. Sorry. Grapparama Rama Vasi Shutwa Grapparama Vasi Shutwa Grapparama Vasi Shutwa Dial Biansa Taumia Grapparama Vasi Shutwa Dial Bai Grapparama Vasi Shutwa Dial Biansa Taumia Gratabaronoihe 아시바드타마 마투즈 차는도 아시바드타마 마투즈 차는도 아시바드타마 마투즈 투즈 아시바드타마 마투즈 차는 쯔차 아시바드타마 마투즈 아시바드타마 마투즈 차는도 아시바드타마 마투츠 차는도 마는다 빵라일마하 마는다 빵라일마하 뜨마나흐 강은강 야무나 열마티에 스나뜨바바 프로타마다라뜨 다쿠슈이너 피흐 사마피알지앙 브라흐마노는 베다파라가는 짤비아이 시조츠 슈이 시정 비아일 짤비아이 시조시 조슈이 시정 짤비아이 시조슈요 시정 베야이 시정 보가샤슈꾸리야바카이흐 마투멍 살무라팔라이라니아이 시정 비비탈드비장은 보자야마상 비티바트 살바깔마사 머러드 티피흐 야트랑 바흐닐 브르따흐 빵하게 바로누어 잘라도 마루트 바리베슈투어 드비장은 까마이흐 사다는 나디아이라테쇼 띠아트 사다는 나디아이라테쇼 야트 바디알 너르디아이 시장 기타이 시장 베트러 야지냐마 호트 사바이흐 가를기흐 까말라파트라 꾸쇼흐 브라하이쇼흐 브라다다오 바수 스트리방 라스타비랑 디피아흐 살베피아 시장 야토찌땀 남은팡 달라타라나는 디 후훌강 야띠 느르띠야띠 따뜻뜨방 다나니 빠뜨레피오 브라흐마노에 피아흐 상 이시바라흐 우방상 띠레 강은강야흐 베트르방기야 노모디따흐 사파얌 비슈누 야샤사흐 볼바라 자카타흐 뿌리야흐 가타야는 또 하사는 따시짱 할셔야는 또 드비장 우타흐 따뜨라 가타스뚜문 부루누어 따뜨라 가타스뚜문 부루누어 나라다흐 수라부지따흐 땀 부자양 망상 무당 비트랑 사하 야타비티 다오 사문부지양 비슈누 야샹흐 부로방아짱 비나야는 비따흐 나라담 바이시노밤 프리디양 비너방누임 마하무님 비슈누 야샹 우방짱 아호 파기야마호 파기얌 마마 자는 마샤땅 지땀 파바드 비타남 볼너남 야남메 모쿠쇼야 달샤남 아디아그나야셰짱 수후땅 스트러스트뿌땅 셰짱 수후땅 스트러뿌땅 셰짱 비따라흐 바람 대방 셰짱 파리사는 투슈터 스타보 다방 베쿠쇼너 부전나트 대방 셰짱 파리사는 투슈터 스타방 베쿠쇼너 부전나트 야트 부장양 파베트 부지오 비슈누리아는 마마 달샤나무 파파상은 카 스팔샤난짱 스팔샤나쯔짱 기마호 사투상은 가마허 상투남 호로다얌 탈모 방조 대바흐 사나타나흐 깔마쿠쇼양누이 깔망누이 야따흐 사툴하리흐 스바야무 마니에나 파우티코 데호 바이슈노바시앙 자가트트라예 야타바땅아레 꾸로슈노시앙 사토 두슈터 비니그라헤 브로츠창미 뜨바마토 브라흐마느 마야 삼사라바린테오 마야 삼사라바리테오 나우강얌 베시노 파그티양 자 깔너타로시 바라크르트 게나함 야타나가라트 निर्वाण पादामुत्तमम् 나쁘시야미하 자가드 바는토 깔마노 샬마 따드바하 따드바당 나라당 우방짱 아호 발라바티 마양 살바셰짱 리야마이 슈파 비타람 마타람 비슈눌 나이바 문자띠 깔히치트 볼노 나라야노 야시야 수타흐 까를길자가트 빠띠흐 땀 비항야 비슈누 야샹 마트또 무크티마피 부사띠 비치는 띠의 뜻함 브라흐마 수타흐 브라흐마 야샤흐 수타무 비치는 띠의 뜻함 브라흐마 수타흐 브라흐마 야샤흐 수타무 Sorry, said it twice. Halfway through 버리네요. 비비크템 비슈누 야샤 삼 브라흐마 삼파드 비발들 타나무 나라당 우방짱 대하바산의 지밤상 들으셨더방 대하발라문바나무 마양하 갈두 밑에 차는 땀 야는매 따뜻 추로 누워 따뜻 치라 누워 먹고 쉬다무 비는 티아드라우 라마누이 부드방 마요방자 야타츠 차양 마요방짱 아함 마양 디아그타흐 까탐 지비투 미츠 차시 지방 우방짱 나함 지바미야함 마예 가예스미는 지바나시라예 아하미티아니아타 보드 틀비나에 대함 까탐 파베트 마요방짱 베아바는테 야탕 실레쇼트 따탕 부두티흐 까탐 따방 마야티남 비나 자슈뚜엄 비시슈뚜엄 때 꽃도 바다 지방 우방짱 비능 브라지냐땅 마예 브라카샤 비쇼야츠푸로하 브라카샤 비쇼야스푸로하 마요방짱 마야야 지바티 나라시제슈토템 하타체타나흐 니허사라흐 사라바드 파티 자가 푸그타 까피트 티타무 타바트 자가트 푸그타 까피트 타바트 sorry 니허사라흐 사라바드 파티 가자 푸그땅 까피트 타바트 가자 푸그타 까피트 타바트 지방 우방짱 마마 삼살가장 땅 뜨밤 나나나 마스바루 비누이 비니는 다시 김 무투에 스바이리누이 스바미남 여탕 마마 파베 따바 파바흐 브로디아트 수리에 따모 여탕에 마마 바리아 비파시 뜨밤 라빔 나바카노 여탕에 나바카노 리랑 비자쿠슈랑시 마마 마예 자가는 마예 나디아는 때 마티아토 파시 나나 뜨바디는 드라자 라바트 에밤 늘비쇼얌 니띠암 마노비아 바라발지타무 아파오티까마지 반짱 샤리람 비구슈여 사티아자트 아파오티까마지 반짱 샤리람 비구슈여 사티아자트 sorry about it again 디아크트 방음 상에 다다오 샤파마티 샤파미티 로케 따바브리야 come on 나 스티틸 파비땅에 가셔터꾸는 두어 두요 빰마 가셔터꾸는 두요 빰마 가셔터꾸는 두요 빰마 까탄잖아 선 마양 따바 보트라시야 가르겔비시바 뜨마나흐 브라포흐 땀 비진양양 야타까맘 짜라감 하리파바나흐 니랑쇼 닐마마흐 샤는따흐 살바포게슈 니스뿌로하흐 비슈노 자가디담 지냐뜨방에 비슈눌 자가띠 바사크르트 아트마나트마나마 베시암 살바토 비라토 파방 에밤 땀 비슈누 야샤사마 마는트라야 짜 무니 슈바라오 가르킴 브라다쿠 슈이누이 그르티암 자그마투흐 카필라 슈라마마 나라데리타마 깔누유 가르킴 수타마노트타마마 나라야남 자가드나탐 바남 비슈누 야샤 야야오 바다리카라누염 카트반 따파스 따프트반 따파스 따프트반 수다루나무 지밤 부라하티 삼요지암 보너스타티앙잠 파오티까무 무로땀 스바미나마링은기암 Come on. I will allow it. Instead of nicotine, I'm vaping. I'm using cannabis. Yeah, it has gone forever today, but I'm experimenting. I'm substituting nicotine with cannabis for now, and I'll experiment with it for a little bit. I like it a little bit. Okay. Namaste. Murotam Sivaminama Lingangia Sumatiha Sineha Biklama Sineha Biklavang Bibesha Dahanam Satvi Subeshal Divi Samsututang Kalki Shurutbang Munimukhat Pitrul Niriyanami Shivaraha Sabashapanayanam Snehat Tayoha Samakarot Kriyam Padmayang Ramayang Kalki Shamampale Suravan Chitte Chakara Rajiam Talmatama Loka Veda Purasakrotaha Mahenendra Shikaradra Masatil Tapariyatana Durataha Prayat Karkel Darshana Altam Prayat Karkel Darshana Altam Shamampalam Tilta Kurut Tam Duroshatapang Sahasotaya Padmayang Ramayang Saha Kalki Braheshwo Vitivat Pujan Chakre Vitanabit 나나라 살구나 마얄 포자이뜨방에 나나라 살구나 마얄 포자이뜨방에 비치뜨리때 바리양은 깨나 칼방아 스트라 투유 바리양은 깨나 칼바 스트라 투유 샤야이뜨방에 무담 야야오 땀 푸크다바는 땀, 비시라는 땀, 바다 삼바다 하나의 구름 바다 삼바다 하나일 구름은 삼도슈여 비나야 바는나흐 가를길 마투라 마브라비트 다반 프라사다트 시드탐메 구로 드라이 발기 깐짱 드라이 발기 깐짱 야트 샤시트 바자수타 야스투 슈르누 라마 니베디땀 이티 파티바차남 니샤미야 라마 니자흐르다요 부시타 포트라라 파미슈땀 니자흐르다야프 시타 포트라라 파미슈땀 프라타자파니야 마에리야 마이셰짱. Last shloka, by the way. Oh, fine. Pratajapaniya mairiya shmai Pratajapaniya mairiya maishichan kailbang mama pavati ha mudaha jamadagniyam iti Shri Kalki Purano anu Bhagavate Bhavishuye Trutiyamshe Vishnu Yashaso Mokusho Rama Darshanam Nama Shodashotyayahu. Namaste. So once again, instead of nicotine, I'm substituting it with cannabis. I'm experimenting. I like it for now. I don't know if, after I heal, I'll probably be using cannabis twice a week, or once every 2 weeks, like once a week. It has been a long session. I don't like it. I don't like it when it all goes over 1 hour and 45 minutes. Oh well. The translation shouldn't take me more than 15 minutes. 50 shlokas. Very, very, very long. Sorry, out of habit. So I know I need that blood constriction in that certain nerve. Maybe I'll get it later. But I have no choice but to substitute it with cannabis for now. No, it's a smart move on my part, instead of treating yourself, negatively. Oh, you ran out. Now you don't get to have any. You give something else, as a subject. You treat your own body as a third person. Yeah. Okay. Namaste. Sutra said, O Brahmanos, I have told all of you about liberation of King Shashitavaja, O the great learned. Now please listen to an extraordinary tale of Kalki. When Kalki became the king, the Vedas, Taima, Garota Yuga gods, humans, living and non-living, all were hale and hale and hearty and fully satisfied. All were hale and hearty and fully satisfied. When Kalki became the king, the fraudulent priests, who with statues of gods decorated with ornaments played tricks like magicians, and misguided the people to earn their livelihood, being devoid of infatuation and greed, became priests in the real sense, decorated with the mark of tilaka on their foreheads. While Kalki was living in Shamampala with Padma and Rama, his father, Vishnu asked him to perform sacrifices for the gods, the benefactors of the universe. On hearing this, the most delighted Kalki would have bowed in humbleness, said to his father, "For the attainment of Dharma, Artha, and Kama, I will perform Rajasuya, Vajapeya, Ashwamedha, and other grand sacrifices ritualistically for Vishnu, the Lord of Sacrifices." Having taken Avaprota bath at the confluence of Ganges and Yamuna, Lord Kalki, after respectfully venerating the sages Garupa, Parashurama, Vasishtha, Vyasa, Taumya, Gurutabrahmana, along with Ashivatatama, Matuchananda, and Manandapala, etc., and also Brahmanas expert in Vedas, gave Dakushunua to them. The Brahmanas were ritualistically fed with different types of preparations involving chewing, sucking, drinking, and also with betel nut, shashakuli, eatables made of barley, honey, meat or pulp of fruits, fruits, etc. In this grand feast, fire was the cook, Varuna was waterman, and Marut the servers. Kalki, with lotus leaf-like eyes, gave complete satisfaction to the Brahmanas by providing high-quality eatables and by entertaining them with festive events of musical instruments, dances, singing, etc. in sacrifices for his father according to his heart's content. He then gladly gave away wealth to all the ladies, children, and elders appropriately. Ramanpa, clapping in defined meter, danced exuberantly, and the Ganantalva Hu started singing. Kalki, having given donations to the deserving, and the Brahmanas started living on the banks of the Ganges with permission from his father. Wise and learned Brahmanas with anecdotes. They spelled anecdote. Wise and learned Brahmanas with anecdotes of the previous kings playing pranks and entertaining others were present in the assembly of Vishnu Yasha. Just then the divine sage Narada, venerated even by the gods, arrived accompanied by sage Tumumburu. Kalki, along with his father, worshipped the two with pleasure. Having properly venerated the two in all humbleness, Vishnu Yasha addressed the being holding and devotee of Vishnu, the great sage Narada, affectionately. Vishnu Yasha said, "Oh, what a surprise! It is my good fortune, and I have indeed reaped the fortunate result of my pious 100 years, because a glimpse of accomplished souls like you will be for my salvation. By having a glimpse of you and having venerated you, my oblations offered in the sacrifices have become fruitful. My forefathers and all the gods have become fully satisfied. Association with the gentile, the likes of whom I have glimpsed, is extraordinary. By venerating him, Lord Vishnu himself is worshipped, and by his touch all sins are nullified. The heart of a gentile is Dharma, his speech is eternal, God, and his actions are destroyer of deeds because he himself is Vishnu personified. Just as the body of Kuroshunu on his incarnation for the destruction of evil is not composed of 5 elements, similarly the body of a devotee of Vishnu also in the 3 worlds is not composed of 5 elements. O Brahman, you are the boatman who can steer the boat in the Maya-like ocean of the world through the worship of Vishnu. Hence, O friend of the world, I ask you the action by which I will attain the supreme beneficial liberation from the tortures of living in this world. Please tell me about that. Narada said, It is surprising that this Maya, which creates confusion in all, is very powerful and benefic. It does not spare anyone, even the parents of Vishnu incarnate Kalki. Vishnu Yasha, whose son is Kalki, the complete Narayana and master of the world, leaving him aside, seeks liberation through me. Having deliberated thus, Narada, the son of Brahma, imparted Vishnu Yasha, the son of Brahma Yasha, the knowledge in seclusion that gives liberation, the wealth of Brahma. Narada said, I will tell you what was told to me by Maya on seeing an individual soul leaving one's body at death and desirous of entering the other body. Please listen to that which will liberate you. Assuming the form of a woman as per her own will, in Vintyachala Maya said, I am Maya. Having been discarded by me, how can you wish for another body? Individual soul said, O Maya, body is the refuge of soul through which I perform. Having left one body without entering another body, how can I perform? Maya said, every action of a soul is accomplished when a soul takes a form. How can you, a soul, contemplate anything which is not influenced by me? Please explain. The individual soul said, O Maya, without me taking a form, your wisdom, manifestation, and desire for materialistic pleasures cannot be fulfilled. Maya said, even a man without intelligence lives and acts because of Maya. Just as a tasteless kapitata fruit appears tasteful to an elephant, so does a man without intelligence, in spite of being worthless, appears to be important. The individual soul said, O fool, it is because of me that you have different names and forms. Why are you castigating me like a wanton woman who criticizes her husband? Just as darkness dissipates at sunrise, so you will lose your existence if I am not there. But as the sun is covered by a new cloud, so am I covered by you, and then only you radiate. O Maya, O the mother of the world, you are the warehouse of the seeds of my activities. O Maya, being of different forms, you manifest yourself in the beginning and in the middle like a magic show in this world. Thus Maya, seeing the lifeless body without materialism, devoid of all materialistic and mental activities, forsake it. Forsaking me, she cursed me thus. O the unloved, same as wood or wall, you will have no independent existence. That Maya is that of your son Kalki, who is the Supreme Soul and the most powerful. Knowing that Maya, immersed in the worship of Hari, you may roam the earth as per your wish. Having attained the knowledge that this world is Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu in this world, you, without having desire for results, being calm and being detached from all materialistic pleasures, and merging yourself with the Supreme Soul, you will become free of the bondage of all karmas. Both the great sages, having circumambulated Kalki and bidding farewell thus to Vishnu Yasha, left for the hermitage of sage Kapila. Vishnu Yasha, having heard Narada, saluted his great son Kalki, the Narayana, and the Lord of the universe, and left for forests. Vishnu Yasha, after severe penances and Padarikaranuya, merged his soul with that of the Supreme Soul, and becoming complete, left this perishable body of 5 elements. The chess wife Sumati, overwhelmed with affection for her husband, embraced the dead body of her husband, and beautifully attired, entered the funeral pyre. The gods started singing praises of her in the heavens. Hearing about the salvation of his parents from the mouth of sages, Kalki, with eyes full of tears, through affection, performed the last rites for both. While conversant with worldly affairs, and following the Vedic quote, the righteous Lord Kalki, along with Padma and Rama, ruled over Shamampala, coveted even by gods. Parashurama, the purifier of pilgrim places, with the desire of pilgrimage, came to Shamampala from Mount Mahanandra to have darshana of Kalki. On seeing him, Kalki, knowledgeable in all rituals, instantly stood up with Padma and Rama and worshipped him with pleasure. Having fed him with all sorts of tasteful and nutritious foods, and making him rest on a cot covered with beautiful expensive bedding, Kalki felt extremely happy. After feeding his guru, Parashurama, and satisfying him with the massage of his feet, Kalki, in all humility, spoke in sweet words. O preceptor, with your blessings I have achieved Trivarga, that is, Dharma, Artha, and Kama. O Parashurama, please listen to the request of Rama, the daughter of King Shashituvaja. Hearing these words of her husband, the beautiful Rama happily queried Parashurama, please tell observing which fast, chanting which hymns, and following which rules and regulations I shall be blessed with the son of my deepest desires. Thus ends the 16th chapter of part 3 of Sri Kalki Purana, relating to the future happenings of the Lord, entitled, they spelled it wrong, Vishnu Yashaso Mokusho Rama Darshanam. One day Sanskrit will be easier for me to read than any other language on the face of the earth. Okay, it means liberation of Kalki's parents. They both left the earth, and Parashurama comes to look at Kalki, give a darshana, have a gaze at. So yeah, Vishnu Yashaso Mokusho Rama Darshanam. Once again, that Vishnu Yasha is the father of Kalki, and liberation of the father and the mother, or the parents of Kalki, and Parashurama's darshana of Kalki. Darshana. To have a look at. I think that's how I would translate. Parashurama came to look at Kalki. Okay, thank you. I'm done. Well, I'm not done today. I'm done with this. I'm chanting. What am I doing? Oh, I want to do religious studies before I do my chanting. I've been chanting like day and the entire, like I've chanted enough. So I'm gonna do something else. If it's still nice out, it's supposed to be nice, but it's not nice. looks like it's gonna rain pretty soon. And I gotta figure out what I wanna do with this nicotine situation. Should I wanna switch to cannabis for a little while and say, I'll be high as a kite? But it doesn't, I don't feel like I need nicotine because I'm high as a kite. Anyway. It says it's nice out, but it's not really nice. Whatever. Thank you. I'm done. So religious studies next. And then chanting. And if it gets better outside, then I'll go outside and Sanskrit. Yeah. People get scared with my Sanskrit now. I kind of like it. I just gotta stay as humble as a pig. Thank you. Namaste. Have a good day. I mean, as pigs are not that humble. As humble as a cockroach. Cockroach is not that humble. Whatever is the most humble, I have to be that. Thank you.